Hello guys, my name is Faizan and today I'm going to teach you about Google Classroom from the teacher's perspective. Okay, so what's Google Classroom? Google Classroom is an online environment where you can share assignments, notes and make announcements. In addition to this, it also creates a calendar. This calendar will be connected to the classroom. Let's say when you are pushing out an assignment, it gets connected on that calendar and can be accessed by everyone in that classroom. It also creates an area in the Google Drive where all the data of the classroom gets updated. First of all, let's download Google Classroom from the Play Store. Once it is downloaded, let's open it and get started. Select the account that you want to create a classroom with. Once you have signed in with your account, this is the interface that you can see. The button over here shows you the menu of the Google Classroom. I'll get back to it later. First, let's see how to create a class. You can see the plus button right over here. Just click on that and you can see two options. We'll be selecting create class. Here you can see four text boxes. The first one is required and other three are optional. So let's give the class name as standard 1 and the section as A. So this is the class for standard first section A. Okay, now you can click on the create button right over here to create the class. Here you go, your class is created. Over here on the bottom you can see three sections. The first is stream, second is classwork and third is people. So what is a stream? It is a type of social media platform where you can see the latest posts. Here you can make announcements for the classroom and see the latest upload of notes, assignments, etc. The second is classwork. This is the place where you will be uploading the assignments and materials. And the people section. This is the place where you can add students and the co-teachers. First of all, let's go with the people section. Here you can see two sections, the teachers and the students. You can see the button right next to them, that is for inviting the teachers or the students. Let's go with adding the students. When you click on this button, here you can enter the email ID of the student or you can copy the link or share a link with the student. Let's go with typing an email ID. Click on add recipient. You can see the invite button right over here. Click on invite. This will send a mail to the student asking to join the class. When the student joins the class, you will be able to see the name of the student. Let's go with the stream section now. We'll be sending some message to the students by clicking right over here. Let's say, hi students, how are you? Okay. Here you can select multiple classes or particular students if you want. Okay. You can see three dots over here. When you click on that, you can save this as a draft or even schedule it or delete this draft. Let's go for schedule. You can select the date by clicking over here. Okay. Or you can give a time also if you want. At this time, the particular message will be uploaded if you want. I'm going to post this immediately by clicking on this arrow button right over here. Okay, so the students can also leave a comment. This is the student's interface. Here you can see that the teacher has made an announcement. The student can add a comment over here. Let's say, hello sir, I am good, and post it. Okay. Here you can see one class comment in your announcement. Okay. Let's see. Let's say the student has made an inappropriate comment. You can always delete that comment if you want, or mute the student from making any comments by clicking over here. You can select delete or mute. Now let's say that you want to assign some work to the students and you want to make sure they do that on a certain date. Okay, for that we'll be going to go to the classwork tab. Here you can see a plus button to upload different things. Let's say assignment, questions, materials, and you can also repost. Okay, that is, if you have uploaded anything in class 5b and you want to upload the same thing in class 5a, then you can use reuse post. Let's continue with the standard assignment. At the top I can give a title, say English assignment. Okay, if you want to give a description you can give it or leave it blank if you want, it is optional. Let's say, please attach a document. Okay, before assigning it, make sure you have attached all the required documents. So to do that, you are going to click over here. Here you can upload files in different ways. You can upload it from a drive, click a photo from the camera, upload a photo, upload a file from your device, and also add a link. Let's upload a file. I'll be selecting this one. Okay, after you have attached the document, you can see a drop down button over here. When you click on that, you can delete the attachment if you want. Let's talk about the first option students can view. If you are uploading any file, the students will only be able to view by this option. They will not be able to make any changes. When you select the second option, students can edit. The student can make changes in the particular file you have uploaded, and the changes can be seen by everyone in your class. When you select the third option, make a copy for each student, it creates different copy for each student. Let's say you are uploading a template and you want the students to make the changes there and then. You can select the third option, make a copy for each student. This will make different copies for different students. The students can make the changes there and then and hand it back to the teacher. The changes will not be seen by any of the students of your classroom. Okay, the changes will only be seen by the teacher and that particular student. Okay, you can select multiple classes from here, or you can select particular students if you want. You can give the marks for the students. Let's say I don't want 100 marks, this assignment is for 10 marks. Okay, or you can keep it ungraded and press on save. Okay, we can select the due date so that the students can upload the document before that time. Let's select a date. So today is 1st April. We'll be selecting 2nd April and click on OK. You can select the time if you want. Otherwise the time will be 11:59 p.m. of 2nd April. Okay, let's add a topic. So the reason you might consider adding these topics is that it makes easier to find the subject and the classwork later by the students or the teacher. Let's add the topic as English and select save. Okay, when you click over here, You can save this assignment, delete this assignment, or even schedule it if you want. Let's say you want to schedule it. You can select the date and time you want this assignment to be available to the students. I'm not going to schedule it for now. I'm going to assign it right now. Click on assign. Okay, here your assignment is created. Now when you click on this assignment, you can see here that it is assigned to one student. When the student submits it, the turned in turns to 1 and the assigned turns to 0. Let's show it by the student's perspective. This is the interface of the student side. Here you can see the new assignment is uploaded, that is the English assignment. When he clicks over here, you can see the attachment that the teacher has attached to this. When the student clicks on this, he can see the question paper. Okay, let's say the student has made another document and wants to upload it. He can swipe up by this arrow, okay, and you can add work. Here he can upload from multiple ways. Let's go with Drive. My Drive. I'll be selecting the file I want to upload and select. After the attachment is uploaded, the student will be clicking on this turn in button. Okay, when he clicks on this turn in, now the work is submitted, right? So let's go to the teachers section. Now when you check on the assignment, you can see turned in has become 1 and assigned is 0. Okay, so when you click on the student, you can see the student's attachment right over here. Okay, so when you click on this, you will be seeing the document of the student. You can directly correct it from here by clicking on this button. You have multiple options over here for a pen, marker, highlighter, you can comment, eraser. Okay, let's go with a pen. I'll be selecting the red color. You can select the sizes if you want and just tick it. Okay, if you want to erase this, you have done it by mistake, select the eraser and click on this. You can also add a comment. Good work. Okay, so the student will be able to view this. Okay, let's say the tick is done. I'll be highlighting this. If you want, let's say there is a spelling mistake. Okay, I'll be highlighting it and telling that it is a spelling mistake. Okay, spelling mistake. Okay, now once you are done with the checking, you can click over here and save it. Once it is done, it creates another document in which the paper is checked. Okay, so you can add the grade over here if you want, let's say 5, and then refresh the page. Now you are not going to return it right now because that score will be sent to the student, but you want to send the marks all the students together. Okay, so you'll just go back, and once all the papers are graded, then check the turned in box right over here and then select return and then return. Now the marks will be visible to all the students, and now you can see a new column that is graded. It shows how many students have been graded right now. Okay, the assigned becomes 0, turned in becomes 0, and the graded becomes 1. Now let's go back and let's add a material to the classwork. I'll be giving the title as information about classroom. Okay, and let's select a file from the drive. Okay, you can give the topic as info and click on save. Let's send it directly. Here you can see the two topics right over here. Now when you select the filter, you can go to info and view all the notes, all the assignments of info. If you go on English, you can see all the assignments, all the notes under English topic. Okay, now let's talk about the settings. When you go on the stream, you can see a settings button right over here. Click on that. Okay, a window opens. Here you can change the details if you want. You can change the title, add a description, change the section, whatever you want. Okay, you can invite the students by sharing this code, but this has a flaw. This code can be shared by the students to anyone who can join the class. So what we can do is disable invite codes. This will hide the code and no one will be able to join the class with that code. Okay, now let's go with the stream settings. When you select this, you can see three options. First one, students can post and comment. What happens in this is student can also post anything on the stream. Okay, so the mischievous children can do anything on the class. Okay, so you can select students can only comment. This option gives the right to the students to only comment and not post, or else you can select only teachers can post and comment. We'll be selecting students can only comment. Okay, then we'll click on save. Now let's talk about the menu. When you go on the classes section, okay, you can see the multiple classes that you are added in. Okay, let's say you want to delete a class. You can click on these three dots. You can edit it if you want, or if you want to delete it, press on archive. When you go in the menu, you can see the archived classes. Click on, you can see the class that you have archived. When you click on these three buttons, you can either restore it or delete it. I'll be restoring it, restore, and you'll be getting it in the class section. That's all for today. If you have any doubts, you can comment down below. Thank you.